Allison. Can you explain what internet is?
I still love technology.
Pretty amazing.
Truly wonderful the mind of a child is.
Hey guys, Mr. Ogden here. Today I'm going to show you how to do our next assignment using Google Draw. So again, make sure you're signed into your proper account. Click on the little circle up here. Make sure you're using Google Chrome. Click on your little circle. Make sure you're using your Scan Warriors account. If not, make sure you sign into that proper account. Then when you get there, find the proper class. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to use this tutorial video class. The assignment will be at the top of your particular period. It is an assignment called Google Draw, Lines, Shapes, and Colors. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So once you open it, you'll notice it does say Google Draw, Lines, Shapes, and Colors. It is due, zoom in, due September 9th. Directions: create a colorful poster only using lines, shapes, and colors. Step 1, you need to watch this video. It'll be down here at the bottom when it's all done. Create your poster, check to make sure you met all the requirements, and then turn your poster in on Google Classroom. Scoring, it's for 15 points. 5 points for having 5 or more colors, 5 points for having 3 or more shapes, and 5 points for changing the border color of your shapes. Now don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do all of that. Now just for starters, if you click on your Google Draw up here, your poster will pop up. It'll be a blank poster. It'll have your name up top. But just to give you some ideas and maybe some inspiration, I have a bunch of examples down here of different things you can do only using shapes, lines, and colors with Google Draw. So here's one like a bear, and I can show you how to do some of these different things that they did. Here's a fish, a heart, different shapes, a bunch of squares, colors. Now if you create a design like this and you use all squares, as long as you have the colors, okay, that will be totally fine. But otherwise you need different types of shapes. Cool rocket, cool little design, cool design, another cool design. Alright, so let's go into Google Draw and play with some shapes. So first of all, what I want to do is go Insert and Shape. So you could use any of these in here, any of these shapes at all. And I want to show you something cool. So let's say I'm using this one. I click on it and then I just click and drag and then let go. So it's a star. Okay, now to fill the color of the star, you go up here. It's blue right now. Fill color. I can go say red. Okay, but if you notice, the border of the star here is black. So if I click on it again, this right here is the border color. And if you hover your mouse over a particular tool, it'll show you. If you don't see these tools, guys, over here on the top right, just click on that arrow, top right, click on the arrow, and now you have your tools again. So if I want to make this star completely red, I can go border color and go red to match. Okay, now I can hold down Control and press C. That'll copy. Control C, CTRL plus C, and then Control V. That'll paste. Control V as in Victor. That'll paste it. So I can drag it from any corner and resize it. Okay, you can make it longer, whatever. Let's say I mess up, I can always hit this back arrow, undo, or do Control Z. So I'll undo it. Now if I want to stack this on top, what I can do is I can rotate this by holding down the circle right there, that little circle, and rotating it. Now I can kind of stack them on top. So they look like they're together now. Now let's say I want to do one more. Click on it, Control C, Control V. Okay, now I'm going to rotate this one a little more, and I'm going to put this one like in here somewhere. Okay, so it looks kind of cool. So all I did was change the color of the shape and the border color, and now it looks pretty cool. But now if I wanted to move that shape, let's say, oh shoot, it came apart. Let's go back. I'm going to show you how to group your objects together, so that way they're one. So all you do is you click by the object and start dragging and let go. So again, you click, start dragging, cover it, and then let go. Okay, then you can right click on the right side of the touchpad or the right button on your mouse, right click, and then you go to group right here, group, and click. Now if you click off, now you can click on it and move it, and now it is one object. Now you can make this object smaller, and you can make it bigger. Now you can even duplicate it. Control C, Control V. There you go. Now if you wanted to change the color of this one and do this one black, fill color black, border color black, there you go. Now you have two of them, and they're different colors, and they are one object together because you group them. Let's say now you don't want them grouped. You can click on it, right click, and then do ungroup. Okay, and now you can move them away again. Okay. Okay, now let me show you something else. Just like I showed you on the background on the gradient before, where you right click and you change the background color. Let's say I just do, I don't know, purple. Okay, you can right click on the background and do the gradient color, which is gradient, which is two colors. So maybe, I don't know, like this, white and gray. Okay, you can also do a custom gradient, right click, background, gradient, custom, and then you can do a radial or linear. Okay, linear would be a bunch of lines. Radial would be like a circle. And then you can add colors. You can choose a color, red, add. Choose a color, blue, add. Choose a color, blue, add. And then you can move these around, and your background will look different based upon how you move these. Click OK. Now my background looks all kinds of crazy, but it looks good. So you can do the same thing with the shapes. So if you right click on the shape, so you can do the same things with the shapes. If you just click on the shape and you go fill color and you go to gradient, you can do the same thing, and you can make this shape. Look at it, just save this last one right here, just so I can click on that, and now my shape looks like my background. Or I can click on it, fill color, go to not solid, go to gradient, custom, and then I can make another one. So I can remove that one if I want. Okay. So I can remove that color if I want. I can add other ones. I can move this around. Let's do a linear one, so now it's lines. Let's add another color. Let's click on the color, add, click OK. There we go. Now my shape looks like that. Now same thing with the border color. You can do a custom border color. Okay, you can't do a gradient, but you can do, let's say, I don't know, black. You can move this around. You can slide this around to get different colors of black. Okay. Alright, so you have all kinds of options for shapes and designs. You can use different kinds of shapes. You can also do lines if you want. Lines are a part of this as well. So if you want to play with the lines or the arrows, okay, and draw different things, okay, you can change the thickness of the line, you can change the style of the line, okay, you can change how it starts, you can change how it finishes. Okay, and then once you're done drawing the line, you just click back on this one, the select, and now you can select it and move it around, do all kinds of things with lines. And another thing I wanted to show you, warriors, is how to move objects behind. So let's say I have this, and I kind of wanted to make it look like a tree. I can insert another shape, maybe do like, I don't know, just a regular, maybe this one, like a rounded rectangle. I can click, drag, let go. Okay, now it looks kind of funky, right? Because it's not the same color. So let's do the fill color to black. The border color is already black. And what I can do, well, let's say I'm doing it with this one actually. What I can do is on top it looks kind of weird, but if I want it to go behind all these stars, I can right click on the shape, and you can do this with any shape, by the way, or any text box, and you go order and send to back. Okay, that means it'll go all the way to the back to the background. If you just send backwards, it'll just go backwards one shape at a time. Or you can go send to back, which is what I normally do. It'll go all the way to the back, and then now it's behind. Okay, so you can play with that. So again, make sure you look at Google Classroom, look for some inspiration from these photos here, and have some fun. Let me know if you have any questions.